talking about your family.
Hey there, English learners! Welcome back to Funglish Journey. Today, we're diving into one of the most common topics in the IELTS speaking test, your family. If you've ever been asked questions like, do you have a big family? Or who are you closest to? This lesson is for you. You'll learn how to give natural answers, use advanced vocabulary, and sound confident just like a Band 8 speaker. And at the end, I'll share a short exam-style conversation between an examiner and a candidate, so you can hear everything in action. So grab your notebook and let's begin. Before we start, take a second to think about your own family. Who are you closest to? What makes your family special? If you were in the IELTS test right now, how would you describe them? Just picture it, you're sitting in front of the examiner, smiling, feeling relaxed. And you start talking about the people who mean the most to you? Alright, let's build the words and ideas you'll need for that moment. Let's go through some really useful vocabulary for this topic. Immediate family, your parents and siblings. For example, I live with my immediate family, my mom, dad, and younger sister. Extended family, your relatives like cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. For example, my extended family lives in another city, but we meet up during holidays. A close-knit family, a family that's really supportive and loving. For example, we're a close-knit family. We always help each other out. To get along with someone, to have a good relationship. For example, I get along really well with my brother. We share the same sense of humor. To take after someone, to be similar to them in looks or personality. For example, everyone says I take after my dad, especially when I smile. Family gathering or reunion, when everyone gets together. For example, we have a big family gathering every summer. Upbringing, the way you were raised as a child. For example, I had a pretty strict upbringing, but it helped me become responsible. Spitting image, looking exactly like someone. For example, my sister is the spitting image of our mom.
Tip: try to use one or two of these naturally in your answers. They make your speaking sound rich and real, exactly what examiners love to hear.
Okay, vocabulary is one thing, but grammar and fluency are what bring your answers to life. Use the present simple for general facts. For example, my father works as a teacher. We live in a small apartment. Use the present continuous for current situations. For example, my sister is studying medicine at university. Use used to talk about past habits. For example, we used to live with my grandparents when I was a kid. And you can use would for repeated past actions. For example, when I was little, we would have dinner together every night.
Fluency tip: don't rush. Take a short pause before your ideas. You can use natural fillers like well, you know, actually, or to be honest. They make you sound calm and confident, not robotic.
Alright, now let's listen to a short sample conversation between an examiner and a candidate. Try to notice how the candidate uses all those expressions and grammar points we just learned.
Do you live in a large or small family?
I live in a small family, just my parents, my younger brother, and me. But even though we're small in number, we're really close and spend a lot of time together, especially on weekends.
Who are you closest to in your family?
Definitely my mom. She's my best friend, honestly. We talk about everything, school, relationships, even random ideas. She's very understanding, and I really admire her patience.
What do you usually do together as a family?
We usually have dinner together every evening. It's kind of a family rule, no phones, just food and conversation. On weekends, we might watch a movie or go for a picnic.
Do you get along well with your siblings?
Most of the time, yes. We argue sometimes, usually about silly things like whose turn it is to do the dishes. But it never lasts long. We always make up quickly.
Has your family changed much in recent years?
A little bit. My brother started university abroad, so we don't see him every day anymore. But we call each other almost every evening. It's funny, even though we're far apart, we're still as close as ever.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice, right. The answers are short, around 3 sentences, but full of real details, emotional tone, and natural phrases. So what made those answers strong? First, the candidate gave personal examples instead of generic statements. Saying we usually have dinner together sounds real, not memorized. Second, he used emotional vocabulary like understanding, close, admire, which gives warmth to the answer. Third, his grammar was varied but simple. Like used to, present simple, present continuous. And finally, his tone was friendly and relaxed.
Remember, the IELTS speaking test is just a conversation, not an interview. Treat it like chatting with a friend.
All right, guys, now it's your turn. Think about your own family and try to answer these questions. 1. Do you live in a big or small family? 2. Who are you closest to? 3. What do you usually do together? You can even write your answers in the comments. I'd love to see how you describe your family. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your study buddy. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video, right here on Funglish Journey.